Andy and Martin. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello, not bad. Pretty good.
First question is, where's the rest? How come only two of you this evening?
Well, as you probably know, we're in the middle of a European tour at the moment.
Yeah.
And today is a so-called day off.
Well, what are you doing working then?
And so the others are spending their day off in Germany.
You're in Germany a lot, aren't you?
Yeah.
The band is? Recording there most of the time?
A lot of the time, yeah.
Why is that? Is there any
The studio in Berlin is very good, and we like the place a lot as well.
You know, about your studio recordings, there was more or less a rumor. I'm not sure if it was true that on the single Stripped that you had the sound of a Porsche in the beginning of the song. Was that true? Now, did you bring a Porsche into the studio there in Germany? Is it that big, or?
It's a bit true, but it was blown out of proportion. We just took a mic out into a car park and recorded a Porsche starting up, and that was all. We didn't actually. The story went round that we dragged a Porsche into the studio. I don't know where people got that story from.
These studios in Germany, they're fantastic. You're on your European tour, as you said, coming to the Netherlands. The 24th of May, I believe, right? In the Ahoy in Rotterdam. Looking forward to that?
A lot, yes. Like I say, we're halfway through. All the concerts have been very good. We've played in France, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, and the Dutch gig is near the end of the tour, so we're looking forward to a few days off after that.
more TV things, huh? How about the stage act? What songs are you going to be playing?
Well, we play a good cross section of all our five albums. Quite a lot of the hits, a lot from the new album. And we've got a very good stage show, good lights and things, and it's pretty good, I think.
And you'll be wearing your dress again?
No.
He doesn't do that.
Come on, you should be wearing that. Everybody's waiting for that.
The rest of the lads, they had a word with me.
We thought we just can't. It was getting too much bad publicity.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what will you be wearing? A tuxedo this time?
No, just something very masculine.
Okay, great. We'll be looking forward to that. Your new single, Question of Lust. Maybe you could explain the song a little bit. I mean, what is a question of lust?
Do you want me to show you now?
Later. No, seriously, is that the only answer?
No. Well, it's for want of a better term, it's a love song. I call it a love song here.
Now, as we know, this touring can get very tiring, I guess. Could you tell me what are the pros and cons? I mean, what do you like most about being on tour?
There isn't much, is there? No, it's like, at first, we've been in the studio recording the album for about 4 months, so it was really good to get back on the road. So for the first few weeks, are very good. You know, everything's very good. But then, in the end, the travelling tends to get on top of you. And when, like now, for instance, it's supposed to be a day off, and then we've always got TVs and things. It's just, it's very hard work mentally. Yeah, but that won't as well as physically.
That won't have any consequences for your Dutch concert now, will it? Seeing as at the end of the tour.
For the concerts, that's the hardest thing really. Is just bringing yourself up for the concert. Yeah. So trying to do a good performance every night. But we've got it all right so far.
And how about the same question about being musicians? What's the greatest thing about being a well-known musician, I might add?
No, it's generally good. No, I'll tell you what is nice to you can travel anywhere, and then you've got fans waiting for you, fans waiting to see you, and it's you can go anywhere in the world, and there are people who consider you friends really, even though they've never met you before and things like that.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of fans waiting for you in Holland, and they'll be waiting for you on the 24th.
Good.
You ready to help me out on your day off now?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. If we can get through it, because we're very tired and...
I'm sure it'll all be all right.
If we suddenly just fall asleep,
Then I'll take over, don't worry about that. What do you think of Boy George?
Well,
Be honest now.
Being honest, we've met him a few times, and I must admit, I really like him. Yeah?
What do you think about his music?
Good, yeah, very good. I think he made a mistake in overexposing himself, or especially him. Like in Britain, for instance, he was on all the chat shows and things, and the press loved him. But as soon as he decided not to do any press, then they hated him, and then since then, he's been the main target sort of thing.
What do you think about that, Martin?
I think it's true what Andy said. I think he also helped to change people's attitudes towards dress, boring dress sense, because he's just accepted as a celebrity, and he wears outrageous clothes and is accepted by everyone from mums down to like little kids.
Right. But he's cut his hair now, though. I mean, I still can't get over that. You know, used to having the long hair. You haven't talked to him about that by any chance? No. Why he cut his hair?
We met him once on a plane, you know, but we didn't really go into those kind of details.
and after the touring, you're going to be doing a new album, or because you have one coming out now?
We might not be here. That's if we survive.
What do you mean by that? So we survive the touring?
It's a long tour.
Oh, come on. I think you can hang in there.
On a lot of airplanes and things, you know, you don't know what might happen.
Don't travel on TWA.
We are.
No, seriously. Hey, what would you consider the best Depeche Mode single, Martin?
Don't know, I've got a few favourites. I like Shake the Disease. I like Dreaming of Me.
And Andy?
Well, I like Everything Counts, Shake the Disease.
How about the worst singles?
The worst single?
Yeah.
Well, you've got one, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't like Get the Balance Right.
But that is a big favourite from a lot of our fans for some reason.
Probably because he doesn't like it.
I don't know what my worst one is. I don't think I've got a particularly one that I hate.
How about Just Can't Get Enough? Because I believe you guys didn't want to have this released on a single.
Oh no, we always
only the second time. It was re-released over here, wasn't it?
Yeah. Does the band Depeche Mode? Do you guys go out together a lot? And you know, the band that goes out, you know, plays together, works together, and all that.
Me and Andy go out quite a lot. Because as I said, we live about sort of 2 minutes away from each other, just sort of around the corner from each other.
You live in London?
Yeah.
But I mean, Davey lives out of town, and Alan, he's sort of, well, he's over. He's over, basically.
He's 26, let's face it.
26, he's
past
over.
it, isn't it?
What do you mean, can we spread a rumour now that he's going to be dropping out of the band?
Oh, no. It's only socially, you know, he just likes watching television and taking photographs.
In fact, he's not only 26, he's nearly 27 soon. When you get to that sort of age, you know, you just can't go out.
How old are you guys? I mean,
24.
Well, that's nowhere near 26, is it? So when you're 26, you're over the hill, huh?
Yeah, 25 actually. I'm 25 in July, and then 26 is going to be over the hill.
When you have time off, besides going out for a drink, do you get time to go to the movies or just to walk around? I mean,
when did we have last have a day off? About 7 or 8 months ago.
7 or 8 months ago.
I think I went to the cinema that night.
Hey guys, really, I must thank you very much for being on the show today.
Right.
And we'll take a look at your new single. Wait a minute, let me hold up there. It might be a bit over your heads, but here we go. It's Depeche Mode with their new single. It's The Question of Lust, excuse me. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Stevie Wonder, and you're watching Europe's #1 rock show.